Hello guys, I am Sankit Sidnal and you guys are watching the Autopedia 360. Before we begin the review, I request you all to please subscribe our channel Autopedia 360 and press the bell icon for the notification. So today there are many EVs that are being launched in India, and we have got the Kia EV6, which is Kia's first electric vehicle in India. And it is based on the EGMP platform, which is shared with the Hyundai's Ioniq. This is the key of the car. It has your lock, unlock and the hold button to start the car, and the button to open the power tailgate. The front profile is very attractive and beautiful. I really like the way the LED DRL up has been made, and the headlamp also gets the matrix function, and it now gets the digitized Tiger grille with the front camera here. And at the bottom here is the panel for the ADAS. Once you start the car, these flaps open to provide a better airflow to cool the battery down. And these are the parking sensors here. And here you get the dynamic swipe indicators, which looks really nice. Now let's open the front. Since we are driving the dual motor variant, it gets a 20 liters storage space here, or else you also get a 52 liters storage space in the rear wheel drive variant. By the way, it's extremely hot here, and this is where the washer fluid goes in. Let's shut it. Overall, I really like the front design of this car. It looks very futuristic. And now coming to the side profile of this car, it's a very long car, and the wheelbase is almost 2900 mm, and it gets these 19-inch tires with aero optimized alloy wheels. And you get a camera here for the 360 degree, and these are the flush door handles for better aerodynamics. Overall, the side profile looks very decent, and it gives a feeling of the I-Pace. At the rear, which looks very fantastic, it almost looks like the Aston Martin DBX. The dynamic swipe indicators with the chiseled pattern here, and this is the charging port, which can be opened with a touch of a finger, and here it also shows the battery level. So let's shut it, and it gets this LED strip which connects the tail lamp at the either end, and it looks really very beautiful. And this is the rear camera here. You get this parking sensor. It says GT Line 6, the variant name, and it gets this gunmetallic chrome treatment here. At the bottom you get this pixel shaped reverse lamp, which looks very cool. So here is the rear spoiler up and the shark fin antenna. So it gets this electric power tailgate, and the EV6 gets a boot space of 520 liters, and this is the 12 volt power socket, a lamp here, and here is the lever through which you can recline the 60/40 split seats, which I can show you, for an extra boot space. And below here is some extra storage space. So let's shut it. Overall, this car viewed from any angle is definitely a head turner. Now let's check the rear interiors of this car. If you look at the floor panel, it gets a flat floor and there is no hump in the middle. You have your power window controls with the gloss black finish and a nice leather touch here. The Meridian sound speaker system and its small door pocket. The Kia EV6 comes with 14 speaker sound system, and all three passengers get adjustable headrest, and the seat recline angle also can be adjusted. As you can see, that side of the seat has been straight up, and this is the center armrest with twin cup holders here, and you can also access the boot here, which is a nice touch. This is the ISOFIX child mount here. So let's sit in, and you get the USB Type-C port here. It says airbags here. The Kia EV6 comes with a total of 8 airbags, and these are the magazine pockets here, the adjustable seat belts, and your AC vents here. The Kia EV6 gets a good amount of knee room and leg room, but the under thigh support is very poor due to the raised floor panel and due to the placement of the battery.
Gets a 250 volt charging socket to connect to a laptop.
And if you look at the dash panel, it looks very futuristic. So this is the cabin lamp here. You have the grab handle here. So overall, Kia has got a good rear space, but I wish it had some better under thigh support. To the front interiors, you have your power window controls here, the ORVM controls, and the memory seat function for up to 2 people. The seats are very nice and comfortable, and it gets the electrical power adjustment for the seat, and it also gets an function called the anti-gravity, which you can do it by pressing this button, wherein the seat goes back. Let me show you. Yeah, it goes all the way back, and it's a very good feature if you want to take a nap. The front 2 seats gets this function, and the seats are 10-way adjustable. And here you get the buttons for the traction control, the parking sensor, the button to open the charging port, and the button to open the power tailgate. The Kia EV6 gets a new steering wheel, and it feels really nice to hold. So at the right you have your controls for the audio system, your phone controls, and the voice command button, and at the left are the controls for the ADAS function, the cruise control, and the lane keep assist control, and to browse the front screen here. It also gets this pedals for the regeneration braking, and here are the controls for the automatic headlamps and the controls for the automatic wipers. So right in front is the 12.3-inch display. The Kia EV6 gets these twin 12.3 curved inch display units, and this display has a basic information like your speed, it gets your compass, your tire pressure monitor, the attention level, and the battery percentage. And apart from that, it has your basic functions like your speed, and it is also the display for the blind view monitor, which you can see here, and it is a very useful feature. And you can also customize the display according to your drive modes, which you can see here. And an interesting feature is the heads-up display, which I can show you here. I need to zoom it a little bit here. So let me turn on the vehicle again. You see that Kia logo which comes up. So it's an AR function. So this Kia EV6 gets this augmented reality heads-up display unit, which is an amazing function. Now coming to this 12.3-inch infotainment system, it gets your usual valet mode, quiet mode, which you find a lot in Hyundai cars these days. Apart from that, it gets the navigation, the map, and the Kia connected car tech features with 60 connected car tech features. So let's check out the sound of this car. Let's go in the media. So we have the surround sound system song. So there. So the Kia EV6 comes with 14-speaker Meridian sound system, where the sound is very impressive. And now let's go to the vehicle settings. And in the settings, you have your driver assistant drive modes, the active sound, where you can get the fake sound setup here, and you also have the seat, the climate, the lights. In the lights, you get this ambient light feature, where you can choose from this multiple color options, which I can show you here. Yeah, so these are the color options that you can choose. And apart from that, you also get this option wherein you can customize it. It gets a 64 ambient color options. And just below the infotainment system are your AC vents, and just below the AC vents is this unique touch panel here, with which you can access dual functions. In fact, it has dual functions, whereas you can use it to browse the shortcuts to this infotainment system here, or else you can also use it to control the AC just by the press of this button here. And thankfully it has this physical buttons to control the temperature and the fan speed here. This touch panel is very simple to use and is super responsive. The center control is nicely integrated here, and at the front you have your seat ventilation button, seat heating button, the steering heating button, and it gets this nice aluminum design element here. This is the start button to start the car, your driver select mode, and this is the 360-degree camera. Let me show you here. Yeah, so this is the touch, and there is no lag as such. It's very good. And here you have the auto hold button and the parking button, and this is the wireless charging pad. Here is the center armrest with some storage space, and some storage space here, your twin cup holders, and this is the glove box here. It is a decent space, and just below the center console you have this big storage space here which can help the ladies to keep their bag, and you get multiple charging options like USB Type-C, the regular USB, a 12-volt power socket, and up here are your sunroof controls which I can show you. Yeah, and here is the SOS button, the Kia Connect button, your cabin lamp here, and you get a mirror here, and the lamp is placed here. So in terms of design, I also like this nice little design here with the stripes here. So overall the Kia does a very fantastic job in terms of designing the car. So now let's drive it and see how it feels.
The EVs are getting a storm worldwide, and there are quite a few slew of EVs that are being launched in India, and today I am driving the Kia's first electric vehicle in India, that's the Kia EV6. Globally there are various versions, but the India gets rear wheel drive and all wheel drive GT variants. The rear wheel drive variant gets a 58 kW battery pack with a 229 bhp of power and producing 350 Nm of torque, and the all wheel drive gets a battery pack of 77.4 kW producing 325 bhp. That's 100 bhp by the front motor and 225 bhp by the rear motor, and it produces 605 Nm of torque, again 255 Nm by the front motor and 350 Nm by the rear motor. The acceleration in this EV is so damn quick, especially in the sports drive mode, and you get to the 192 km speed limit pretty fast and easily. The buildup of power is so silent that you wouldn't realize how quick you are going. In normal function, the car works as a rear wheel drive to save energy, and only on demand is when all the four wheels are powered. The handling is very good. It gives you a sporty feel which is nice for an EV. The car feels planted to the road at all times. You get 3 driving modes: Eco, which is energy saving mode, and then the normal where the response is decent, and you get the sports mode, which is my personal favorite, where you get an impressive performance. And like all EVs, this also has 4 regen modes, and the braking is impressive too considering the weight of this car. There is no sound in the cabin. The refinement levels are good though. You do get 3 fake sound setups. Now coming to the charging time, if you have a 22 kW charging, it will take 7 hours, and a 50 kW DC charging will take 1 hour 13 minutes to charge it from 10 to 80%, whereas if you can find a 350 kW DC charging, you will get to 10 to 80% in under 20 minutes. Now coming to the steering, which is decent if you look at the weight of this car. Although there is a body roll, and the car is really quick. You get to 0 to 100 in 5.2 seconds, and you will also feel the torque rush. The claimed range by the WLTP is around 500 kilometers, although it would vary upon the driving conditions in real world. This car also gets a technology which is called as vehicle to vehicle and vehicle to load, wherein you can charge other EVs. So in the end, this car looks modern, has a lot of tech, and will also appeal to people who would want to make a style statement. So that's it for the Kia EV6, and for more such automotive content, please subscribe our channel and follow us on Instagram.
इसी के साथ आज की मजदूरी यहीं खत्म करते हैं। अगर तुम्हें वीडियो पसंद आई तो लाइक मारो यार। मुझे नहीं पता, मुझे 2 मिलियन लाइक्स चाहिए, कैसे ना कैसे करके मुझे चाहिए। इतना झिला मैं कभी नहीं होऊंगा अपनी पूरी जिंदगी में जितना इसमें झिलाऊं, मुझे चाहिए ही चाहिए। तो लाइक मारो, और अगर तुम लोग नए हो तो सब्सक्राइब करो। वो जो लाल वाला बटन है उस पर फूट फेंक के मारो या फिर मोमबत्ती, मुझे नहीं पता, बस क्लिक हो जाना चाहिए। अब मैं भी जा रहा हूं, मुझे पैसों के पीछे भागना है। बाय।